Hello everyone, this is Lady Knight, and today is day 3 of Anthony's 31 of Tarot challenge for 2019. And if you hear the noises in the background, people are still going crazy about leftover fireworks. And I'm filming a few videos back to back now because of my work schedule, so you may hear some of that in the next few videos. I apologize for that. And today's prompt is Oracle decks, and I only have Oracle decks that I bought this year. I don't think any of them were released this year. And so the first one that I want to start with is the Wilhelm Busch Oracle, and it came in a nice box with the guidebook and these 40 cards. And Wilhelm Busch is an illustrator and a writer, and this is like one of his books that I had, and he had all these stories where he illustrated the pictures and he was writing the story, and it always rhymed, and he had a bunch of different stories, so this is like a really big book, and that's not even all of his works. And I've been a fan of that as a child, and so when I saw this Oracle, I just had to have it. And these are all illustrations from stories, and some here, like Max and Moritz, there are quite a few in this deck, for example. And this one's also from Max and Moritz, and just a few others. And I really enjoy this. I'm still working my way through this. The only thing that I don't really like, because this is like the Gummy Bear Oracle, it was intended as like a party game kind of thing, and not a real Oracle. And so the guidebook, everything that you read in here is, well, it's not really what we know from Oracle books that typically come with decks. It's not, it doesn't care about people's feelings, let's just put it that way. And it's kind of on the nose, and it's more like intended to be kind of funny for party purposes. And so that's why I don't really take most of this when I look at these cards. Instead, I actually go with the original stories, and for example, here's one card. It's from the story The Hollow Tooth, and in that story, the man that you see here, before he goes to the dentist, he tries all these different things, and every single thing he tries just makes it much worse, until he finally goes to the dentist and has this tooth pulled, and then everything is fine again. So getting rid of things that no longer serve you is the message that I take from this card. What is not really, it's not really exactly written like that in the book. So I'm trying to find the rest of the stories that are not in this book that go with this deck, and I'm going to read them the way that they were originally intended, the pictures, because all of these stories, they do teach a lesson, they have a moral, and people that are bad, actually bad things happen to them. For example, Max and Moritz, they play quite a few horrible pranks on people, and in the end they end up dead. And so this really is a lot about karma, and also animals that do bad things to people and other animals, they also end up dead. Where is it? Here. That's that raven, and he's doing horrible things to a dog, a cat, and to the owner of those two pets, and then he gets drunk, and in the end he hangs himself accidentally. So yeah, but I still like these stories I have as a child, and to me they were not that gruesome. I mean, I'm from Germany, and I grew up with the original Brother Grimm stories, like in Cinderella, where they actually cut part of their foot off, the Bad Sisters, to fit into the shoe. And even all the kids that I grew up with, none of us had a problem with that. So yeah, we don't shy away from these things. So that's the first deck. Another deck that I bought this year, and this was actually the third deck that I bought, because I discovered Oracle decks in 2018. I didn't really know about Oracles before that, because it took me quite a while to actually find the tarot community on YouTube. I had no idea until summer 2018 that there was an entire community of tarot people on YouTube. It never occurred to me. I always used it for different things. And so all of a sudden I was watching all of these videos and all the people had oracle cards, and so I got really interested. And of course I saw so many Doreen Virtue cards, and I had no idea who Doreen Virtue was. And so the first two decks that I got were the Angel Answers and the Romance Angels. And this was actually the third deck that I got, the Magical Messages from the Fairies. And I have to say I quite like them. I think they're, well, I don't really care about the pictures too much, because they're like all over the place. It's not really a consistent piece of art, so to speak. It's like all different pictures together in one deck. But I really like the messages, and I like pulling a few cards after a reading to come to a conclusion or to get some additional info. And so for that I really like them. And after I learned about this whole Doreen Virtue controversy, I was really thinking about whether or not I want to continue using these cards, but then they're like the kids and the divorce. I mean, just because the parents don't love each other anymore, in that case, Doreen Virtue and spirituality, or New Age, the kids are always the one that suffer, and so it's not the kid's fault. So it's not the card's fault that their creator turned her back on them, and so they're just the tools, and they're what we, the readers, make of them. And so I still use this one quite frequently in readings, and yeah, even if it's a Doreen Virtue deck, I don't mind. So that's one that I got. And then two decks that I got in 2018 were astrological decks. The astrological oracle cards, and both of these decks are from Los Scarabeo. Who's this one from? Doesn't really say that here. And I like the art style, that it's like Art Deco or Art Nouveau. And I've always liked this art style, and so I saw them and I just had to get them. And then a while later I came across these cards, the Babiri Zodiac Oracle by Barbara Moore, and they're pretty much the same. Like, they have the zodiac signs and the planets, but they also have the elements, and that's something that this deck doesn't have. And so I really like that aspect of these cards, and also I love the artwork. I'm so in love with these images. And I know that there's a tarot deck that's also Babiri Tarot, but that one unfortunately doesn't work for me, because the pictures feel like they're just slapped on the cards, and it's not really accurate, like, to the Rider-Waite-Smith system. And so that's why I'm not getting this, and I hope one day I will find a tarot deck that goes with these cards and with this art style. So far I haven't found one. I've looked at countless decks on YouTube. I've been pretty much through all the decks on Dark Star Tarot, the YouTube channel, and still haven't found one that goes with this. Luckily for this one, I have one that's the Ethereal Visions, so I have one like a complete set, Tarot and Oracle. And for this one, I'm still looking. But yeah, these are my top 5 Oracle decks. No, wait. Ah, I've missed one. Can't count. No, one that I absolutely adore is the Earth Magic Oracle by Stephen D. Pharma. And these cards are just really beautiful. I love the simplicity of these cards. And I also really like the guidebook and the messages that the guidebook gives me. And I just really love these cards. They're really caring and nurturing to me, like even with messages where you really have to pay attention to something, really be careful about something, but they make it seem not so bad, if you know what I mean. Like, I have tarot decks that are seemingly very beautiful and light and airy and stuff, but the messages that I get from them are really like, you know, say it like you mean it, like no sugarcoating. And these ones are actually quite gentle. And that's what I like about them, and that's why I use them a lot as well. So now I have 5 Oracle decks, and yeah, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!